Diamonds. Diamonds. I live rent-free in their heads. I live rent-free in their heads. I own them. I control them. Team Evil, you are just my fucking puppets. That's all you are.
About this, he said, anytime anybody's out there talking shit about you, all they're really doing is polishing your shoes, just getting you ready to shine. And I find that to be true. Like, again, you know, I found you, KJV, because somebody else was.
And that's what you're doing, is polishing my shoes. You are my shoe shine boys. Lick my boots. Clean my fucking boots. Clean my black combat boots, my steel toe boots. Clean them. Spit shine them, bitches. You demons. That's what you do. You talk about me. You're making me shine. You're my shoe shine boys.
Was talking shit about you, and I'm like, how bad is this guy really, you know? So I jam over to your channel, and you're actually cracking open the egg, you know? You're busting straight into fucking truth and brass tacks.
He's not showing any truth on his channel. London McDouchebag's videos look like a little child made them for a third grade school project. They're laughable. His model for this reality that we're living on an egg, or inside of an egg, or inside of an eyeball, is fucking laughable. He's like a mentally retarded third grader. And all they do is glaze each other and praise each other. They're brown-nosing, demonic losers. Losers. They're losers.
And I haven't even watched Steven like maybe once or twice in the past 6 months. It's like, you know, he just totally lost anyone that like of value that would try to find, like, even if someone tries to find value in what he's doing, it's really hard to.
Value is a favorite word for demons. You don't have any value, Frank Monday. Go eat your fucking Chinese Big Macs. It's your loss that you don't watch my channel. It doesn't hurt me. It hurts you, dummy. You fucking idiot. Go eat your Chinese Big Macs.
To do because of his like really intense level of negativity. It's just not something I can stomach.
I hear what you're saying, but I've seen some other channels promoting him, and I was like, huh? Even here, out of the panelverse, they.
What an idiot! Out of the panelverse. Listen to the way they speak. They're like fucking little morons, jealous little morons. And I was like, huh? Huh? That's what he said.
About this, he said, anytime anybody's out there talking shit about you, all they're really doing is polishing your shoes, just getting you ready to shine.
And that's what you're doing. You have no self-awareness. You're talking shit about me. You're polishing my shoes. Polish my boots. Lick my boots, you fucking peasant. I'm a king. Lick my boots. Shine them up.
And I find that to be true. Like, again, you know, I found you, KJV, because somebody else was talking shit about you. And I'm like, how bad is this guy really, you know? So I jam over to your channel, and you're actually cracking open the egg, you know? You're busting straight into fucking truth and brass tacks. And I haven't even watched Steven like maybe once or twice in the past 6 months. It's like, you know, he just totally lost anyone that like of value that would try to find, like, even if someone tries to find value in what he's doing, it's really hard to do because of his like really intense level of negativity. It's just not something I can stomach.
I hear.
Negativity and positivity is something liars always talk about. Demons always talk about negativity and positivity. They see it as one or the other. If you speak the truth about this realm, demons will say, "Oh, it's so negative. He calls this a hell realm. That's negative." No, it's true. You don't want the truth. You want feel-good positivity bullshit. And that's why Frank gets along with Jack Talcott. Because they're both liars and psychopaths.
I hear what you're saying, but I've seen some other channels promoting him. And I was like, huh? Even here, out of the Panelverse, they are promoting Steven's channel because he said Hell Realm.
Right.
He said Hell Realm.
Voy has such a nasally snake voice. He even admits that if somebody calls him a friend, he's just an enemy. That's what he is. He's a snake. Everybody knows that about Voy. Voy, your nasally voice shows what you are. I've yet to meet a Dutch person from Holland that isn't that way. Yet, on the internet. I'm not saying they're all that way in Holland, but maybe just in these circles on the internet, they're definitely that way. They're like Voy. Snakes in the grass, terrible voice, untrustworthy, and just garbage, just trash.
And now everybody's, oh yeah, but this Steven's got such a great definition of the Hell Realm. No, he doesn't. No, really, he doesn't. He just he's just jumping that train. You know, I mean, he doesn't have.
You haven't watched my content. You can't name anything that's on my channel. You don't watch my content. You've admitted it. You and Frank and London. So how could you be critical of what you haven't watched? It's like being critical of a movie you've never watched or a book you've never read. It shows what you are, you demons. You're lazy. You don't investigate. You bash things that you don't understand, that you haven't looked into. You do no investigation. You just attack because you're lazy and dishonest. You're lazy demons. Lazy Daisy, lazy Daisy demons. That's what you are. And you're intellectually dishonest and spiritually dishonest too, of course. That goes hand in hand with you being demons. You always show what you are. Look who's over there, more demons like Capricorni. I've shown what she looks like. She looks demonic because she is. Maybe one day you'll get to that point instead of defending demons and saying, "Oh, Stephen, you talk about how they look and how they hiss and how they sound and their behaviors and their voices and this and that." Yeah, it's all adds up to them being demons. It's all pieces of a puzzle. It's evidence that a lot of people don't want to look at. So be it. Stay ignorant. But ignorance will never lead to freedom. You're just a slave to your own ignorance and laziness. And that's most in this realm. They don't want to look into these things. Hurts you in the end. That's what it does. You hurt yourself by being lazy. Lazy Daisy.
Any actual definition in his own mind of the Hell Realm. He's just jumping that train. That's all he does. And
yeah, we see it playing out.
What I don't understand is that some big channels, even some big channels, jump onto this. I've seen it happen. You know. So.
I know.
You know what I'm talking about, KJV. I mean,
yeah, of course. I mean, look, boy. You know, when I first heard that term, right, Hell Realm, I was like, what the fuck? I need to know what that is. What is that? Right? But the only person that was, you know, promoting it at the time was Steven, right? So
I wasn't promoting it, but I'm the one that called it a hell realm. And I've called it a sewer matrix. I didn't get that from anyone else. I came up with that. Just like I came up with Matrix Time and Species of Spirits and lots more. If you look into my videos, original content. And this is to the good spirits. It's not directed at these demons. I don't want these demons on my channel. If I could hide my videos from them or keep them from watching and ban them where they couldn't go to my channel at all, I would do it. Some of you don't understand. I'm not reaching out to demons. I'm not in this realm to help demons. I don't want to help demons whatsoever. Some of you don't understand. You're stuck. You're stuck. Some of you believe that these demons could watch my videos and change. No, they are demons, and you don't get it. They would harm me, and they would harm you, anyone that's close to me, in a heartbeat, and think nothing of it. And some of you are stuck on hoping that you could help them. That doesn't make you a good person or a better being. It just makes you deceived by demons, that's all. Some of you feel virtuous for saying, well, I want to help these demons. You're being stupid, not virtuous. That's what you are. You're endangering yourself and others with demons. And some of these demons, unfortunately, are going to deceive some of you before you even leave this realm. Because some of you have a soft spot for demons. I wish you had more of a soft spot for their victims. But some of you cry for these demons and you want to help them. They will hurt you, and they will hurt anybody that you love without a conscience. They don't care about you. In fact, they would hurt me and others with glee. They'd love to. And some of you feel sorry for these demons. I don't think you're ready to leave this realm then. You can't be trusted outside of here because you still feel fucking sympathy for the most evil demons. Evil, wretched, sinister, disgusting, sadistic pieces of shit demons. You're not ready to leave this realm then. You really don't deserve to get out until you can work on that. And you have work to do. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it because it's true. And I notice it. You have work to do. And I hope you start putting in the work. And ask yourself, why do I feel sympathy for these demons that have tried to harm Stephen and his channel and take his channel down? And you're feeling sorry for them. You have some issues then. You have some spiritual issues. There's some right on my channel that I'm aware of. I can sense it, that feel for these demons. You have real work to do. Spiritual work to do. I'm not talking about going out there with a fucking pickaxe or a sledgehammer and breaking up stones. Spiritual work to do. I advise you to start doing that work. Stop feeling sorry for evil demons in this realm that would eat your face off and eat your children's faces off, and they think nothing of it. If anything, they'd just say, well, I was hungry. And they'd expect you to accept that. Some of you have real work to do. And then some of you misunderstand when I say no mercy. You take it the wrong way, because I've never said no mercy for everyone. I've said no mercy for demons. And then some of you start applying it to all people. You paint with a broad brush. That's why I tell you to pay attention and focus. Don't misconstrue my message and twist it and warp it. I hate that shit when people do that. I really do. There's some on my channel that have said, you say you're going to seal everyone in here. I've never said that. I'm going to seal demons in here. I've never said everyone. Don't ever try to do that with me. Take my message and twist it and warp it the way that fucking dishonest, lying demons do. I really despise that kind of shit. And you'll turn into one of my enemies very quickly if you try to pull that shit on me. I assure you.
So I thought, you know what? Let me get this cat over here and see what this hell realm is all about. But after a while, I was like, this is bullshit. Like, it's bullshit. No one's brought anything to me to make me think, yeah, it's hell realm. All right, cool. Animals eat each other. Cool, we get that. We eat animals. Cool, we get that. Other than that, what is hell?
Here goes, other than that, there's thousands of hours of information on my channel speaking about what goes on in this realm and what makes it a hell realm. Other than that, cool. Animals eat each other. We eat animals. Cool. Is it really cool? For starters, is that really cool? All life eating life. Not just animals, everything. Birds, fish, bacteria, worms, everything. Insects, bears, wolves, every type of animal, every type of insect, every type of bacteria, parasites, on and on. It's not just humans eating animals and animals eating animals. But putting that aside, he calls it cool. I don't think it's cool to see a baby zebra's face ripped off by a crocodile in Africa. And I've seen footage of horrendous things that are going on all the time. Every second of every day, life eats life. But beyond that, I've described 10,000 diseases. Is that cool? Earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, great floods, blizzards, volcanic eruptions, firestorms. How is that cool? How is anything about this design cool? Demons are cool with it. They like this realm. And some of you like defending demons. You have real issues. And I'm not kidding about that at all. Some of you do have real issues. And the longer that you have these issues and don't work on them and you feel for demons, the less I'm going to trust you. And that's very natural, to trust you less as time goes on. Because some of you will be feeding these demons sympathy years from now, maybe even decades from now. Because I don't see a sign of change with some of you. You feel for demons, not for their victims. So I kind of suspect that you're of this realm then. Because you'll cry tears for demons saying, oh, Stephen's too mean to them. But you don't cry for their victims. You cry for evil.
You know, so-
I know.
you know what I'm talking about, KJV. I mean,
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, boy. You know, when I first heard that term, right, hell realm, I was like, what the fuck? I need to know what that is. What is that? Right? But the only person that was, you know, promoting it at the time was Stephen, right? So I thought, you know what? Let me get this cat over here and see what this hell realm is all about. But after a while, I was like, this is bullshit. Right? It's bullshit. No one's brought anything to me to make me.
Why would they have to bring it to you? Why can't you find it on your own? How is it bullshit? Make a video debunking me. Instead of making videos trying to mock me, make a video debunking my model. You can't. You can't, London. You can't, Voy. You can't, Frank Monday. None of you have for years. You've had years to do it, and there's no attempts by you three or the whole panel verse or the whole truther verse or the whole fucking whatever. None of you have been able to debunk my model or even made an honest attempt in videos. You call it bullshit. What's bullshit about it? Where am I wrong? Show me where I'm wrong. You can't do it. Back up your claims. It's bullshit. Well, show me how it's bullshit. Prove to people. Debunk me. You can't do it. Because you're a lying piece of shit. You're a demon. And that's what demons do. For the ones wondering why I call them demons, maybe you'll start to pay attention one day and see all the different things that make them demons. And maybe it will add up to you. Or maybe you'll never get it. Which I suspect means you belong in this realm. If you can't see demons in this realm, I don't know what, you must be blindfolded. You must have some spiritual issues, spiritually blindfolded or spiritually foobar. If you can't see demons in this demonic realm, you have fucking issues.
We think, yeah, it's hell realm. All right, cool. Animals eat each other. Cool, we get that. We eat animals. Cool, we get that. Other than that, what is hell about this place? Other than, you know, the powers that shouldn't be, but it's like a terrestrial paradise in hindsight, right?
That's not hindsight. You don't even know what hindsight means. You use words without even knowing their meaning. How is this a terrestrial paradise? How about the children that are born deformed, born heavily disabled? What about the 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds dying of leukemia in hospitals in the United Kingdom and in the United States and in Australia and France and Germany and Canada and all over the Western world? I could go on for hours. You don't notice any suffering of others because you don't care. You demons don't care for anyone else at all. Paradise? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? You don't see the suffering of anyone else because you don't care about anyone else. But you have people caring for you demons, unfortunately, crying for demons, wishing the demons to wake up. You don't understand what I'm talking about then. There's people on my channel that you don't even know what I mean by demons. You've been here for months or years and you still don't get it. I don't call them demons saying they're asleep. They are demonic creatures. You're not going to fix them or change them. Get that through your heads. Start paying attention. Some of you are in denial, cognitive dissonance. Meanwhile, this is very easy to get. You have issues. You have spiritual issues if you don't get it. You most definitely have spiritual issues if you don't understand it by now, that you're in a demonic realm. You're not going to fix anything here.
Dude, even if he was right,
not much
even
of a
if
hell
he
realm.
was right and it is a hell realm, I would not, commit or subscribe to his definition of it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's pretty much.
There's a hell in the Taoist cosmology too, but like if you've seen some of the artwork and the way they depict it, it's more like Dante's Inferno, you know. It's
That's great. I'm not a Taoist. I don't copy what Dante did. I don't copy the paintings of Hieronymus Bosch and others that depict hell realms or fiery and tortures and all that kind of stuff. You're so simple and limited, you simpletons. The best kind of prison is the ones where the prisoners don't fully realize you're in prison. A lot of you are condemned to spend lifetimes here because you can't see where you are. Some of you never will. This place will be sealed and entombed and you'll still be saying, I don't see it as a hell realm, but it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Not because I say so, but because it already is. It's designed to do what it's doing, degrading, and it degrades spirits. Your denial won't save you at all, any more than somebody that's drowning in denial saying, I'm not drowning, as they're going under, gulping water. You're dishonest with yourselves. And because you're biased against me, as he said, he wouldn't follow it even if what I was saying was all true. Your bias and hatred keeps you where you are, condemns you to hell, you demons. But this is where you belong. I don't want for these creatures to get out, for the confused tuning into my channel that are half listening and half not listening, not really paying attention. I don't want to set demons free. Some of you are very confused. You'll keep saying, I wish they'd go to Steven's channel and watch. I don't want these creatures watching my content. If I could keep them from even seeing my channel, I would do it. So some of you are very confused.
so to think that this is that, I think is a little bit short-sighted. And when he ends up with what he's wishing for, you know, because it's what he focuses on all the time, and it's what he's concentrating on, which by the propensity of the mind.
That's false. That's not what I'm focused on and concentrating on. I'm helping people see it, but day to day, second to second, moment to moment, I'm not focused on misery, torture, suffering, this being a hell realm. So you're wrong and you're lying about me again, Frank Monday. You're not a mind reader. Your name is as fake as you are. Your name isn't Frank or Monday. It's a fake name, and you're a fake being. You're phony all the way through. You're phony all the way through, inside and out. And you know nothing about my focus. I'm out hiking in the woods, laughing, singing, enjoying what I can, and that's what I do in this realm, day to day. What do? You focus on lying to people, and you lie to yourself. You even lie to yourself about where you are and what this place is. Liars are weak. It takes strength to face the truth of reality, and you're not strong. You're just a weak demon. And that's what most are in this realm. Weak, little, dishonest, lying demons.
That's where he's going to go. Sadly, you know, he thinks he's going up and out, but he's constantly focused on recycling and trapping in and being destroyed, right, by the hell realm.
You're the demon. You're the diamond, Frank. You're the diamond.
Yeah, that's right.
You're the diamond.
So his propensity is he's going to be, you know, at the time of death.
More copycatting by them, trying to imitate me, saying diamonds. They can't do a good job. Voy has such a nasally fucking voice. A Dutchy voice, a nasally Dutchy voice. And some people say, what do you have against Dutchies? Well, everyone that I encounter on my channel or on other channels has been a piece of shit. One after another, after another, after another. So there's a pattern there. And I do notice patterns. Some of you don't like patterns. You ignore them and pretend they don't exist. Just like some of you will say, that's just a stereotype that black people don't tip and black people are loud. You don't even know what stereotype means, saying just a stereotype, as though it's just a lie or fabricated. Some of you have a lot of work to do. You should have a dictionary at hand or have a tab open on your browser for an etymology dictionary so you can look up words like stereotype and conspiracy and realize that they're not false. It doesn't mean something that's false or fake or a lie. Like some of you say, it's just a conspiracy. You don't know the meaning of conspiracy. A lot of you have a lot of work to do. You use a lot of words that you don't even understand the meaning of them. Oh, that's just a stereotype about black people. Stereotypes are based on truth and observation and patterns and pattern recognition. A lot of you have a lot of work to do. You truly do. You speak a lot of words that you don't even understand day after day, and you sound ignorant and stupid.
Death, chances are he's going to be face to face with the Lord of Death, and he'll be like, "Welcome home, Stephen. Time to burn in the pit, baby."
We've been expecting you.
This is sadism. This is wishful thinking by demons. What they wish for will never happen. They're just sadistic demons wishing that harm comes to me, and they don't have any clue or understanding of this realm and my knowledge level and what I'm going to do. They just hope something bad happens to me, but they've condemned themselves to this place. You love this realm so much, you can stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here.
Yeah, there he is there. Can you guys see him?
Yeah. Green. Red bear.
Yeah.
Needs some translation on this, Frank.
He just says, you've arrived at hell too soon. You've been a virtuous guy. You can head back to the terrestrial plane and live another 30 years of fortune.
Ow. Ow.
So this is actually a good one. There are a lot of bad ones out there too. Like this says Sheng Tsun here. This is the book of life and death, or the book of life. And so, the reason I downloaded this one is because it actually has like a beneficial message. He's like, you arrived too soon. Get the hell out of here. Go back to life and live for a while. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. Guy, Dave from YouTube, man, I certainly appreciate that. Thank you for that. Buying me a coffee. Keeps the lead in my pencil, the jelly in my donut, and the pep in my step, baby. And as a result, I'm going to keep my nose to the grindstone, rolling with the punches and working hard for you, amigo. Let me know. Send me a message if you want a specific topic or a kind of video that you'd like me to make for you. And keep doing good magic, brother. I really appreciate it.
What do you think of this creepy creature? Look at the dead eyes and the long fingernails. Long fingernails, dirty wife beater. cramped fucking kitchen in Beijing, China. Dead eyes. Creepy creature. Creepy creature. Creepy, creepy creature. Look at him. Just look at him.
Another
But they
30
do it-
years.
Yeah, they
30
do a lot
more
of
years, master. Oh,
Yeah, they do a lot of these in Chinese, and some of them.
That's crazy, boy.
Yeah, that's.
Remind me of Friday when the neighborhood bully, he comes over to borrow someone's bike, but the owner of the bike wants his bike back. He says, "Hey, where's my bike?" He means, you mean my bike, punk, my bike. Ooh.
That's right. Yeah, in the U.S., they kind of buy into that philosophy too. They say that possession is 9 parts of the law, or like if you have it in your possession, then you're 90% the owner of it, even if someone else is even entitled to it. And that's why we get things like squatters' rights for people who squat on land and stuff. Yeah, they can suddenly just start claiming that shit for their own.
that's why when you steal something, you need to sell it immediately. You know.
That's crazy, boy.
Yeah, that's fencing stolen goods.
I mean, I know the rules. I know the rules.
Yeah, but you're right about that. That's why in the States they set it up. They had the pawn shop and the gun shop, right next to each other. And so
Damn.
you go out, you get a gun, then you go out and rob someone and bring it back to the pawn shop, and they're all happy.
Yeah. It's just business as usual. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That voice is so nasally. So terrible. What a terrible voice. Voice. Absolutely sucks.
What's happening with the wars and stuff? I really don't pay attention to
A wilderness in the outback, and so they're always yelling across vast empty space. It does have a tendency to be overly megalomaniacal. Is that the right?
Yeah. Right? I mean, don't you want to drive? Don't you want me to drive your car?
That they would go out and intentionally set up the grid to manufacture crime.
yeah.
Yes, you're right, KGV. Yeah, I know. I don't want to integrate because you're all going to be using my car.
And I find that to be true. Again, I found you, KJV, because somebody else was talking shit about you. And I'm like, how bad is this guy really? So I jam over to your channel, and you're actually cracking open the egg, You're busting straight into fucking truth and brass tacks. And I haven't even watched Steven maybe once or twice in the past 6 months.
That's your loss. You should be shining my boots, Frankie boy. Shine my boots. Lick 'em. Lick my boots.